Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video by yours truly. Today I wanted to go over my top 5 list of the scariest video games that I have ever personally played. This list does not include playthroughs that I have seen. These are video games that I myself have purchased and played. So just jumping right into it. So first off is going to be Outlast 1, Outlast the Whistleblower, and Outlast 2. I included all of the Outlast games as one because they are probably the scariest experience I have ever had. I'm so glad I finished all of them because I will probably never play them again. It's very different experiencing the game for yourself versus watching a playthrough. There were so many times where I screamed and wanted to beat the game so bad I forced myself to play it for hours at a time just to get it over with. The horror rating I give this is a 10 out of 10. Next up is going to be the video game The Evil Within, the first one. So one of the best horror games, hands down, I've ever played. It definitely had the Outlast feel, but gave me more enjoyment than Outlast because I was able to defend myself and not just run away. The mechanics are a little wonky, but all these little imperfections are addressed in the sequel. The horror rating I give this video game is a 9 out of 10 because it was still scary enough to have me screaming every once in a while. Those jump scares kind of throw you for a loop. Moving on is going to be The Evil Within 2. So probably one of my favorite video games of all time. Yes, I said it. Really like The Evil Within 2. I made the mistake of playing this before I played the first Evil Within, so I missed out on some of those references to the original, but after I went back and played the original, I really appreciated the improvements to the game so much more. The rating I give this is going to be an 8 out of 10 because even though it wasn't as scary as the first Evil Within, the gameplay was a lot better, which is why it's one of my favorite video games of all time. I love the story as well. Moving on is going to be Alien Isolation. I will never play this game again in my life. I rarely say that about a game, but I can say I never want to play this game again. The AI is too realistic, and there were many times I needed to stop playing just so I could get my bearings. So unlike when I was playing Outlast where I just had to finish it just so I wouldn't have to play it anymore, I actually had to stop playing Alien Isolation sometimes because it was too much. Definitely too much. On a horror scale of 1 to 10, this game rates a 10 easily, right up there with Outlast. So if you do end up playing it, I recommend playing it on the difficulty that it recommends for you. It tells you that this is the way the game was meant to be experienced. That's the difficulty I played it on, and I regretted it ever since. But anyway, it's not a bad game. It's actually very, very good, which is why I can't play it anymore, because, yeah. Alright, last one is going to be Bendy and the Ink Machine. So I have a previous video where I talk about Bendy and the Ink Machine. So if you want to watch it, please check it out. But basically, Bendy and the Ink Machine is another mascot horror game. And what really sets Bendy apart from other mascot horrors is his ability to tell a very good story with very little mainstream horror elements to it. There really isn't any blood or gore in there. But what Bendy tries to set itself apart from really does add to its appeal, because Bendy still does a very good job. It's still one of the most impressionable games I've ever played, and that's definitely saying something. I don't recommend anybody that's underage play this game because even though it doesn't have any of the typical horror elements to it, it is still a survival horror game. So that's my list. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please support it by giving it a like, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.